watching AMTV Alternative Media Television. I only have 10% left battery life for whatever reason, so I'm going to try to get out this video really short and quick and to the point. I think this is the most overlooked story in the mainstream media, also by the general population. I think not you tuning in, of course, you guys are really informed, and I'm preaching to the choir, but I think most people will look at these events that just occurred in Saudi Arabia and not really understand what just happened, not really get it, not understand the Prime Minister of Lebanon stepping down, fleeing to Saudi Arabia, and now a purge of princes and members of the royal family. King Salman has pretty much executed anyone challenging his position. This is a huge development, as Donald Trump would have been well aware of this long in advance. Remember when he and the king and other powerful leaders had their hand on that orb, that New World Order orb, not too long ago? He got a really royal welcome. Do you notice that? Not too long ago. They never gave Obama that treatment. Interesting, huh? So all of this was planned long in advance, and now Saudi Arabia is repositioning, just as Donald Trump is positioning for war in the Korean Peninsula. We literally, American forces, our Navy, has Kim Jong-un's government, Pyongyang, completely surrounded. We have 3 huge, gigantic warships there with nuclear capability. We have a submarine. We have just all kinds of artillery. 80,000 plus troops in coordination with Japan. I, honest to God, think we will be lucky if we get outside of this week without a major event going down in North Korea and or in Saudi Arabia. Why is Saudi Arabia doing this? Why is there a purge? Well, they're pushing for westernization. Notice how women just now suddenly have the ability to drive. It all has to do with oil. I'm not going to go too long because I could do a separate video probably for an hour or longer on how oil has affected all of this. But basically, OPEC is done. It's finished. How do you stay wealthy? When you're already wealthy like Saudi Arabia and they can no longer make money in oil, they have to diversify their economy and they have to westernize their society. So in trade-off, in my opinion, the king, who's now purging all of his competition and all these other princes that are crashing in helicopters, and there was a shootout with the second prince. I was joking, it was natural causes. In exchange for that, and Trump's help, they're positioning for this wider conflict. Now, be careful to note that Saudi Arabia is blaming America's enemy, Iran, for the missile, the false flag that came over and attempted to strike their airport. Notice how they're blaming Hezbollah, which is a terrorist organization labeled by the United States, for perpetrating that act. Notice how John Bolton, who I've actually spoken with numerous times here at AMTV, is really promoting this neocon war right now. The end goal and the final target has always been Iran. And so all of this is gearing up in the Korean Peninsula, and really it's not about Korea. I've said this for years now. North Korea is a proxy for America's larger enemies, China, Russia, Iran. So this is a huge power shift. This is a massive development. Saudi Arabia is purging anyone that would challenge King Salman's throne. He is essentially executing his competition, these other royal members, in a very big push to diversify their once oil-driven economy into a more westernized type model. It's why they're building it's going to be the largest city on planet Earth, I believe, if and when it's completed, 5 times the size of New York City when they're done with it. So this is economic warfare on the oil side. This is political warfare. Again, Trump knew all of this was going down before he took off on his trip to Asia, as he's visiting Japan and Vietnam and China and all of these things. This is all in preparation for war. Also wanted to point out, I actually think Saudi Arabia, and I'll save this for tomorrow's show, has ties to the still unsolved Las Vegas shooting and massacre, which they still can't figure out a motive. They said the guy lost some money gambling, but they still can't figure out a motive. So this is huge. This is unbelievably huge. At the same time, the liberal Democrats are trying to impeach Trump and are bringing all of these falsehoods, fake news and conspiracy theory to the forefront in regards to Manafort, Gates, Trump, Michael Flynn. And think about that for a minute. The Democrats are weakening the United States at a time where we are about to face a global war. Think about that. It's already started. But the Democrats are literally weakening the president's position at a time when we will be engaged in a world war. They're just not on our team at all. So this is a very, very dangerous development, and I think will go over most Americans' heads. Honestly, I don't think that they'll understand the geopolitical shift here. It might be the biggest geopolitical chess move I've seen, honestly, in my lifetime. That's how big it is in 10 years. So this is a pivot to war. Trump has readied America's arsenal, so to speak, and a major event, in my opinion, is about to take place. I'll probably just close with this, as I'm just about out of battery, and re-emphasize, I think that we will be lucky, if there's not a major event before the week is out. Stay tuned. I'm Christopher Green. Get it out everywhere. Make it viral, hard-hitting in your face. Thank you for your tremendous support. Click that link below. Subscribe on demand. Join us tomorrow for our private show. Thank you.